If you've spent any time watching one of the many home improvement TV channels, you've probably heard of the tiny house movement. Well, one local agency is taking that idea in a new direction to help previously homeless veterans. The DEP's Brianna Hickman joins us now with the details.
Greg, Huntington Area Habitat for Humanity has been building a series of small, energy-efficient houses for just over 3 years. They're especially well suited for many of the half-size lots in Huntington where setback restrictions prevent the construction of more traditional homes. The houses are around 600 square feet, about half the size of a traditional Habitat house. They feature a large common space for living, dining, and kitchen with a separate bedroom suite with an attached bathroom and a walk-in closet. The home also features a small outdoor utility building for additional storage. They're also extremely energy efficient.
With our smaller 600 square foot, as we call it, our version of a tiny house for our Veterans Housing Initiative, those are heated and cooled with a mini split system. It has 2 heads on it. One is in the dining room, kitchen, living room area. The second one is in the bedroom for that house. They're independently controlled, so you can make one room hotter or cooler than the other. They don't have to be in tandem by any means. You can turn one off and only run one.
The houses are also built to Energy Star standards, meaning low utility costs. It all adds up to an affordable option for veterans getting back on their feet.
Our Veterans Housing Initiative started in September the 11th, 2014. That's when we rolled out, we broke ground on our first 2 houses. After about a 2-year planning and discussion process with our local VA Medical Center, the Huntington VA Medical Center, through their Community Resource and Referral Center, we are working with their case managers as well as formerly homeless veterans in our community. And as the continuum of housing has gone with the Community Resource and Referral Center, we have homeless veterans in our community who then go to the Community Resource and Referral Center and start receiving services that they're entitled to. Rental assistance, whether it's an apartment or a house. They start, they are evaluated based on their, if there's some sort of mental health, substance abuse issue that needs to be addressed, if there's health-related issues, those kinds of things. Those are all taken care of on the front end of this kind of housing continuum. So we have veterans now who are receiving the benefits that they're entitled to. They're off the streets, housed in secure housing, and the next step in the process is the interest in home ownership. And whenever a veteran expresses that, then that's where the habitat piece of the puzzle comes in. And we're kind of the last step in that process. And whenever a veteran is interested, gone through the Community Resource and Referral Center and has been deemed crisis-free for a 12-month period, which is they're not going to say information referral to get assistance with an electric bill, or they're not going to the food pantry to get some extra food to tide them over through the end of the month, or whatever the case may be. Once they hit that point and have expressed interest in home ownership, then they kind of flip over to our program.
The Veterans Housing Initiative still has the sweat equity requirements just like Habitat's regular house building ministry. The program also requires a down payment. Taxes, insurance, municipal services, and refuse fees are added in escrow. The average monthly payment is around $274.
It's been a real blessing to be able to serve that population. And at the end of the day, the voucher that veteran was using for their house or their apartment in our community, once they come on board with us and then become a home buyer, that voucher goes back to the beginning of the process for another veteran in our community who's homeless to start that same process and could end up the very same way as that previous veteran did.
Greg, the tiny houses are all electric. Heating, cooling, cooking, lighting, hot water, you get the idea. David Michael says the average monthly utility bill for all that is $40. For Environment Matters, I'm Brianna Hickman.
Thanks, Brianna. Huntington Area Habitat for Humanity serves Cabell County, West Virginia, and Lawrence County, Ohio. The organization recently completed and dedicated its 100th house